So myself and my wife have been talking about this for quite a while. We'd looked at the whole car EV thing, and I suppose with our environment it's a concern for everybody. So we had saved quite a bit over the years, and we kind of thought, what can we do with this? Because again, with the banks and everything else, your money just depreciates. So we looked at investing in solar and felt that this was a good way to add value to the house and to make some kind of difference environmentally. So the challenge then was really to try and find a partner, somebody that could try and help us along, because again, like with all technologies, it's very difficult to get your head around everything. You kind of need to rely on somebody to give you a bit of guidance and direction. So that's where we met GoKonnect. We went to Board Bia's Bloom in Phoenix Park. It's a fantastic day, full of sunshine. And we met the team there, and they kind of explained to us what was involved in starting this journey. So yeah, we had a great conversation. We felt more confident and this was the way for us to go and to move forward. So Robert then called out to the house and sat down and explained the whole lot to us. And we found that very enlightening, as I said, because we had very little experience with it beforehand. And that was really what set us on our solar PV journey. Our house relies excessively on electricity for everything. We have our own well here and all that. So we've always been battling with our energy costs. And again, with the young family and growing up over the years, you suddenly find those energy requirements grow and grow as they become young adults. So again, we're trying to figure out how can we offset this? What can we do environmentally wise that's sensible, but also reduce the costs in running a house? So we felt, yeah, solar PV was the way forward, or worth investigating. And I said it was only after talking to yourselves that we kind of got the confidence that it was actually the way to move forward. I think everybody benefits from solar PV. I mean, it's readily available there. The government and planning have all helped to try and make it as easy to do as possible for people. I think the biggest thing is that there's a wash of suppliers on the market or in the market, so you're inundated with all these companies and bites of information, and I think that's the biggest challenge, is trying to settle on a company and a partner to invest in with this. The energy that microgen is very sensible. I think it's something as a country we definitely need to be doing, because there's lots of rooftops, industry-wise and residential. And if everybody's contributing back into the grid, because of the nature of solar and wind and all that kind of stuff, that it's not consistent, but at least if you have that wider coverage, everybody can do their bit collectively to feed back into the grid, if the grid is up to the task and power on all the data centers and everything. But yeah, I think definitely, yeah, more people need to kind of get on board. Definitely needs to be encouraged more. The whole process with GoKonnect, we got an overview, an image of kind of where the panels will be placed and the reason why they'd be positioned in a particular way. They mapped out the whole range of the sun from rising to setting and how that aspect of the house would work best with that. So we really kind of felt that we knew we were going to get the best out of the panels in the position that we were in. That whole process, as I said, when we started out, we knew very little, and it's still, we wouldn't see ourselves as experts. I don't think we need to be experts, knowing that GoKonnect are there to kind of help us along the journey, and there is the availability of training with the app so we can get more out of the system and learn how to use it best. It just feels good to know that we've got that support all the way through. Working with the team was fantastic. I think battling with the Irish weather is always a challenge, but getting those dates and the progress from agreeing what we were going to get, the design of it, the assessment of the house and what was required was just seamless. It just went from one step to the next, and before we knew it, we had the panels on the roof, and now we're sending energy back to the grid. So we're absolutely thrilled. It is a substantial investment, and it's going to take us years to fully realise it, but we've made this with somebody. And I said, when you see a marketplace that's awash with providers, you're really not that sure who you pick and who you should back. And that's why I kind of feel, that's why we choose GoKonnect, was that meeting in Bloom and that kind of vibe. We kind of felt that we connected with them and it made sense for us to kind of go this route. So that's what I kind of think. Everybody in the team were fantastic, and the last installation, the guys were cleaning up after themselves. I couldn't believe it, you know. So I think that was the thing. If I'd say anything back to the company, is the staff. Fantastic. Again, that is one of the biggest challenges in all of this, is just making sure you have somebody there that you can bounce your questions off and that you can check that everything is working as it should. So we found that fantastic. Being able to reach out and have that point of contact, I think, is hugely reassuring, because it is a considerable investment, and knowing that you have that support is fantastic. From our point of view, in terms of our lifestyle and our behaviour, because the biggest challenge for us was the energy costs we had per month. So looking at this now is our production. We're using half of it and half of it's going back into the grid. For the first time ever, we've had hot water over the summer, because normally that was our heating that did that. So that's been brilliant. So our reliance on the electric shower has definitely depreciated, and we're using the main shower, which is just from the hot tank. So that's definitely going to have a savings for us, for sure. What we're looking at then into the winter months like that, again, is that it just offsets our bill enough, because it is that monthly cost, and we have 2 kids going to college, so it's trying to fund that kind of keeping them going as well. From our point of view, as I said, like a lot of companies and everybody have been looking towards solar, and they've been looking to renewables and how best to do this. So we've recently made that change to an EV, and again, with the house here, our biggest thing was the bill. So what it does is it frees up, it reduces those monthly bills, which gives us that bit more disposable income. And as you know yourself, like when you're working from month to month and from bill to bill, it can be very tough and wearing. So as a family, it gives us more opportunity to go out there and enjoy family time together, and to spend that time, and on the interests and hobbies that we all have. And our house is kind of a techie house, so we do have a lot of devices around, and probably true for most houses. So there is an energy demand there all the time. So the solar is definitely going to give us that facility now, and ability to use a lot of our own generated energy to encourage and develop those other hobbies, whether it's video and sound. We've got a wannabe musician in the house, and we've got a videographer in the house, so there's constantly devices being charged and all that kind of thing. We chose GoKonnect Solar because they worked with us and helped us all along the way, and a fantastic team of people.